Good morning, everybody. Feeling inspired, wanted to make another video. Today's topic is do not abdicate responsibility for your health to outside forces. Take control as much as possible. There's so much within your sphere of influence of things you can affect regarding your health. Yes, there are outside forces, but so much of health is an inside job. The food that we eat, the rest that we get, the exercise that we get, the company that we keep, our habits around technology, meditation, ways of managing stress. All these things have a profound impact on our health. And we live in a culture where the societal norm is to abdicate this responsibility, give this power away to outside forces. Okay? And so we see things like people at the drop of a hat wanting to make political statements about the blame for this epidemic, depending on what side of the political fence you're on. Maybe the blame's on the CDC, or it's on the president, or it's on the deep state, or it's on Tony Fauci, or it's on the governor, or the local authority, like whatever it may be. People are quick to judge, okay? And then when you point out, like, hey, did you know that lifestyle factors, comorbidities like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, make people more susceptible to not only get the disease but die from it? People don't want to have that conversation because they're like, well, we can't, there's no time to change people's diets now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. And this always gets pushed aside, right? Because it's like, I don't want to have to take responsibility. This is America. We're a litigious society. We just want to blame other people. And now here we are all pointing fingers at each other, essentially. So remember that there is so much within your sphere of influence. This epidemic has killed tens of thousands of people in the United States, but keep in mind that 600,000 die of heart disease every year, 500,000 die of cancer. Okay, and the numbers, there's plenty of things that outpace this pandemic by a large scale, and most of these are diseases of diet and lifestyle. Okay. Now in America, we try not to acknowledge that, and we basically just try to medicate our way out of problems we behaved our way into. So even though we got a heart attack because we were eating Big Macs and chicken fried steak and French fries and soda pop and all this stuff, we just think that like statin drugs and blood pressure medications and heart surgeries can somehow fix the problem. But obviously, when heart disease is still the number one killer, we haven't fixed the problem. We know that we can reverse heart disease, we can reverse type 2 diabetes, we can reverse many types of cancer with diet and lifestyle, but no one likes to talk about that. Everyone wants to play the victim card and say, oh, well, mine was special, and my doctor said it wasn't influenced by diet because my doctor never studied nutrition in medical school, and ergo, he knows everything, so my case is a special one, even though 99% of people is diet and lifestyle related. Don't fall into that trap. Do not fall into that trap. It causes more finger pointing, and we can't get anything done because people want to ignore evidence. Oh, and now you see it with like this push that we can't give people vitamins. That won't solve the problem. We can't give people drugs. We have to wait for a vaccine. We have to wait 24 months for a vaccine that we won't even safety test. Like, really? You're not going to at least try things that are, safe and usually probably effective in the meantime with little to no risk? Take intravenous vitamin C, take vitamin D. There's like no risk to these things, yet people are fine to throw billions of dollars and all this time and energy into these vaccines that are untested and could have, kill people as side effects, could permanently maim them as some of these drugs do. But people don't want responsibility, right? They just want to give their power away to a vaccine, to the CDC, to the miracle cure that's somehow coming, right? And so this is just going to set us up for more disease and more problems, whether it's infectious disease or chronic disease. And don't get me started on how animal agriculture leads to all these infectious diseases. Oh my God, that's the one thing people want to talk about either. It's like, okay, your bacon and your steak and all this stuff is grown in farms where these animals are in close quarters, they come in proximity with humans, these diseases mutate. Whole nother story for another time. People don't want to take responsibility there either. Be the person that takes responsibility for your health is what I'm saying, okay? Take the time to eat right. Take the time to get exercise. Take the time to get enough sleep. Take the time away from technology. Take the time to meditate. If you need to learn a little bit more about that, you want some tips, especially if you're dealing with, chronic disease symptoms that, a lot of times doctors tell you, oh, there's nothing you can do. Changing your diet and lifestyle is like usually the number one thing that's going to help you. I wrote a guide that teaches you how to do that. It's called the Autoimmune Recovery Blueprint. I'll put a link down below. Check that out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. Please subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I have a special gift for you, my Autoimmune Recovery Blueprint. All the knowledge I've accumulated in the last 10 years, reversing my own autoimmune condition and helping countless others do the same, I've distilled it into this easy 5-page blueprint that you can implement and start seeing results in your health today. It's yours free when you sign up for my email list. Just click the link below.